5 years until lockdown, and then when we reopened, it just didn't change. So that's when we.
Oh, is that what happened then?
Yeah, it just was totally different, and that's when we decided to pull out and do something different, didn't we?
I had a lot of jokes to go through my head when you said I had to pull out, but I just. Oh, no, I can't find him. There he is.
I'm dizzy now.
Right. So your beard grows out as much as it grows down.
When I had hair, it did exactly the same.
Did it? Yeah. So I'm really keen to accentuate the length, which means we're going to do that and we're going to take that in like this. But by doing that, I don't want you to feel like you're having too much cut off as well. So I'm going to be really cautious, okay? I'm going to take as little off the bottom as possible, but I want it to look healthy. Because there's no point having a really long beard if it doesn't look
coarse and dry.
If it doesn't look, if it looks dry and it looks all see-through and wispy, especially with us guys with white beards, it can. With white beards, it can look a little bit transparent. So just keeping it how I've kept mine, like all the width, all the length at the front. So we're going to keep yours. Yours is longer than mine. Obviously, you've been growing yours a year. So we're going to keep all this length through here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this area in here, take it in a little bit further through there, and then that will accentuate your moustache. All right? And that will really make that pop. Because that'll look, especially when you're wearing your hat, it's going to look banging, that is. So that's going to look great. What I'm going to do is we're going to comb it all out first, because I really want to see how much width is in it. And then we'll cut it with the clippers, and then I'll do a little bit of tapering with scissors. Is that all right?
Yeah, I'm in your hands.
Okay, so you can really see width-wise, like how much that's grown.
It has, I haven't done that before.
Really, so there's a lot there, right? Yeah, and then what happens is if you don't do this initially, you can just start cutting it without really checking the beard first. And quite often what happens is when you go home, you'll end up with a really big section that hasn't been touched. So we don't want that.
I was thinking I might be that bad Santa, where the bottle of whiskey falls out of my pocket.
Yeah, be bad Santa. I've always said that bad Santa should be a business model, like you turn up to like workplaces where it's all consenting adults.
The grotty grotto.
Yeah.
So she won't believe me, I reckon that'll work.
Smoking a cigar.
We do Santa in the daytime and then bad Santa in the evening.
Yeah. Turn up for Christmas parties and just like be raucous. Curry stain down the front of your Santa outfit.
Exactly.
So you're going to be on telly later?
Yeah, 4:15. I've done the bidding room a couple of years ago. And then they asked me back. That was in Halifax. And then they asked me back to do one in Edinburgh. But Lizzie's a big Harry Potter fan, so while I was doing the filming, she went round the graveyard and that where they got a lot of the names for the places.
So the bidding rooms, what are you selling on the bidding rooms then?
Well, I had some Dala horses. So Mum, Dad and 2 kids. And the Dala horses is the unofficial emblem of Sweden. And what it was, that the woodsmen used to carve them out of the wood and then go down to the villages in the winter and exchange it for food, give it to the kids and that.
Yeah.
So that was the history behind it. And it's become the unofficial emblem. So I had 4 of them and they asked me to go on the show and sell them.
Nice. Was it a nice day? Was it a day filming or just a morning?
Well,
or
they put you up in accommodation overnight. We stayed for an extra day just to have a look around. And I don't like rushing.
This one was during COVID, wasn't it? So
yeah.
It was quite a restriction.
Oh yeah. So I suppose are you wearing masks and stuff for this or not?
Not for the bidding room.
No, but you weren't allowed. I wasn't allowed in. You had to go on your own.
That's right. Yeah.
It was. And you were standing well away from them.
Yeah.
They were sitting apart.
And do you actually see much of Nigel Havers or not really?
Well, yeah.
He just sort of comes on and then goes.
He comes on and he does his bit and then he goes off again. There's not a lot of interaction. The dealers were nice though.
Were they?
Yeah, they're really cool. Seen in the Indian the night before, yeah.
They film quite a few in one hit, don't they?
Yeah, they do a load of them in one hit in Halifax, weren't it? And then another load in Edinburgh. And then they just.
So what brought the yeard on then for you?
Well, just because I'm on that beard and moustache club, and a lot of the guys there were talking about it, I thought, you know what? I'll go with it and see where I end up.
Yeah.
And then I promised myself that I'd come and see you
Yeah.
at the very end. So it's like a year to the day
Is it?
that I started it. So
How lovely.
I book it, and I try to get in with you because I take more than 2 months in advance.
Yeah.
But I kept trying just because I wanted to get a spot
Right.
at the right time, you know.
Okay, so we're not showing you just yet. Okay, I'm gonna just
cool.
carry on shaping it up. How we looking?
Okay, yeah, good.
So you didn't like the gels coming out, did you?
No.
This is it. This will stop this from happening now.
The thing is, I've got a round face as well. So,
Well, this is going to elongate your face a bit more.
and that's the thing. Like I try to keep it quite high on the cheeks, so it gives that impression of being long.
Yeah, yeah,
Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But
yeah. Well, that's the thing is that, you know, beards are all about the shape, right? So, and that's why there's so many different variations of them, because
Yeah.
it depends on what your hair growth is like, what the pattern of your hair grows like, how dense it is, what colour it is. All those factors will determine whether, you know, you should have a certain shape or not, you know. So you've gone for the right shape, keeping the cheek line nice and natural as well, not going too sharp with it, because the thing is with the white beard is it does look nicer when it's just got a slightly softer edge to it.
yeah,
You know, the very dark, heavy set beards, you know, a lot of the guys go for the really strong lines on them. And that's great, but it's a different type of look, you know. And it will go in a bit more classic looking with the way that you dress
yeah, cool.
and your business as well. So how long have you had your business with your wife then?
2 years we've been there now.
This is the wife. Do you want to show everyone Carlos the wife? Otherwise people just think that we're just talking to, there's a voice coming out of nowhere.
Squeaky one.
You've got a nice business then. What was it you call it?
The eccentric Englishman.
The eccentric Englishman.
I'm a tiddly tease.
Tiddly tease.
So imagine now, I mean, if you drink a cocktail in a glass, it seems to go quick, but in a teapot, it seems to be never ending.
They're called never-ending
Yeah.
teapots.
Do you think people drink slower because it's like it's
But do
coming?
you know what? We get a lot of Hindus and stuff, and they're so popular, aren't they?
The most raucous is the 70th birthdays. Oh my God.
The 70th birthday is the most raucous thing that you do.
Yes.
Is it?
Every time we have a 70th birthday and you can't, they're in for hours and they're loud and they're loud and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful, but they're the ones.
I'm going to one next April.
Are you? You're going to a 70th? What, your own?
No.
Oh.
My
I'm so funny, aren't I, Carlos?
my wife's mom's husband.
Your wife's mum's
Mum's
husband.
Yeah.
That's like that.
Her stepdad, my wife's stepdad.
My best friend's sister's uncle's cousin's auntie.
Hey, calm down. We're not in Alabama.
Twice removed on the milkman's side.
Yeah.
God. You shouldn't say that.
No, not really. Not when it's an American company.
Well, they make fun of themselves.
What, the people from Alabama?
Well,
Actually-
other people from America to people of Alabama
Yeah.
may be more
We
like
get
it.
a lot of people from all over, don't we? We had Canadians in,
Cuba this week,
Cuba.
People from Cuba?
Australia we had this week,
Do you have-
Americans.
Have you?
Coming to sunny Northampton, I don't know why.
You do think to yourself, don't you? when you live
Just to
somewhere.
visit the shoe factories.
Yeah.
Must be because it's really a popular
Well,
thing.
We've got a lot
our
of
building
history.
is an old weights and measures building. So that's what it was back in the day. And then it's been a tourist information, it's been an hairdresser's,
So that makes it even better.
it's been all sorts.
I reckon like you get all these people like America and all those other countries is to visit like Grants and Strakers, Doc Martens factories, all those shoe factories, which is great for you.
Well, we've got like the big Gothic door, we've got arch windows. So it goes in with the thing. So that's good.
Right, I'm going to take you back just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a tiny bit. Okay, just sink in the seat.
Yeah.
That's it. How you doing there, Mac? Right?
All good.
La, 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 la. Right. So we're just going to check underneath here. We're just going to check this shape.
I'm normally steaming later.
Oh, I've got you steaming already. I'm going to put a bit of old money oil on you.
Yeah.
All right, because you're like the old money guy, aren't you?
That's the one, yeah.
Like classic. It's a really nice fragrance. This. You can't buy it in the UK, which is helpful,
It will be soon.
but it will be available soon
Oh,
in all good pharmacies.
Prescription only.
Prescription only, yeah. Went to the doctor and went, my beard smells weird. So he prescribed me some utility oil. And now I feel all right.
Put some on your knee.
Put some on my knee. Oh, have you heard about my knee?
that'll be two strokes.
Have you heard about my knee, Carlos? Have I told you about it? Did Bhavani tell you?
Yeah.
Do you know what? She's been doing a campaign about it online.
She told me you've been moaning about it for 10 years and you've done nothing about it.
It'll take you 10 years to get it done.
Yeah, I can't afford to go private.
Well, they kicked me out of the private hospital.
Did they?
Yeah.
He was
I was in the bed, ready to go. And then for once in my life, I was completely honest with the applicant, with the form, and the anaesthetist refused to operate on me.
Oh,
Said I was high risk.
you were,
The private hospital, they've got no resuscitation gear.
that's helpful. So,
when they asked him, how much alcohol do you drink a week, and he just said a lot.
what on the form you put a lot?
Before the nurse came back, she went, you can't write that. You want to be honest.
How many units do you drink? Yes.
A lot. And then they said, you can't write that. What did you say next?
Well, then I had to put out the true amount, and then they said they wouldn't operate on me.
You should have just said,
Wow.
I don't count.
I reckon I've done. My surgeon said that
You would die on the table.
he'd wing it. He said all your vitals are fine, but the anaesthetist said he wouldn't touch me. And the surgeon said he can't go against the anaesthetist.
Well, the anaesthetist is a guy who's going to keep you alive.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
But you think a private hospital would have
well, actually, do you know what?
resus gear?
If you were drinking that much, maybe you wouldn't have felt it anyway. You were that intoxicated. Actually, I don't need the anaesthetist. I'll just have another drink.
Just so it's always 5 o'clock somewhere.
Exactly. So, you have you had to cut back on your drinking, or just that the day you're going to go into hospital?
I have cut back actually. Yeah, just. But I don't really go out since lockdown. I think everybody's drinking habits have changed.
Yeah,
People suddenly realise that you don't need to go to the pub after work and things like that. You know?
yeah. I think a lot of people's habits did change during lockdown.
A lot of the younger lads I know, they built bars at the bottom of their gardens.
Yeah,
They got everything down there.
yeah.
We had a pub, didn't we, for 5 years until lockdown, and then when we reopened, it just didn't change. So that's when we.
Oh, is that what happened then?
Yeah, it just was totally different, and that's when we decided to pull out and do something different, didn't we?
Yeah. I had a lot of jokes to go through my head when you said I had to pull out, but I just.
All Carlos,
I was like, I'm gonna not
Yeah,
say
just
anything.
ignore it. Pretend it didn't happen. Pretend you didn't say it.
all Carlos' videos come with an 18 certificate.
I think they have a little bit of a nightmare when me and Carlos make a video when it comes to editing it. I think the editor. We go through a lot of editors. Only because when me and Carlos start talking about stuff, we end up being like small children. I notice your head's pretty well cleaned. Do you wet shave that?
Yeah, I do it in the mornings.
Yeah. And you got a nice tattoo on the back of your head.
Yeah, that's a recent one actually.
Is it?
Yeah, what I did, it's the pocket watch is time slipping away.
Yep.
That's why the hand's grabbing it.
Yep.
And then above it, I'll put Wild Bill Hickok's last cards, which was the dead man's hand.
Yep.
So he never sat with his back to the door, and then the first time he did, he got shot in the back. And that was apparently the card hand he had, so it's the dead man's hand.
So that's what you're representing there.
Yeah.
We'll have a little shot. We'll have a little shot of it, and we'll show it off. So you can see you got that nice little shape in there, coming in.
So,
Kept that length in there for you.
and it's accentuated the moustache.
Really I haven't taken anything off there because you comb it up and around, but I have taken the very ends off.
I've been training that, but I made a mistake of cutting it once instead of just getting this. When it comes into your mouth, it gets irritating, you know.
Yeah.
But
We're going in moustache wax.
No.
I'm training it now. So.
Right, I'm going to use a little bit of styling paste.
Okay.
Because your beard's quite curly, so I want it to be nice and controlled.
Okay.
And we'll put a little bit into the moustache as well. Now, how much am I using? Only that much. Because when you're using product in the beard, you've got to be really careful, because what you've got to remember is you're putting it close to your face. And your skin on your face is not the same as the skin on the scalp.
Okay.
All right, it's a lot more sensitive here, so you need to be really careful about not overloading your beard. All right.
Yeah, I just put the real
So you're just going to come in on the sides.
just broke it up a little bit with one of the lighters.
See how it just takes out that little tiny edge, just softens up.